Fail harder and do it now, because failure is good for you. Hello, welcome. Today we are here to destigmatize failure. Why is failure a good thing? Well, it means that you took action. We can be in either motion or in action. Motion is just going through the motions of our life in much the same way. And there may be a lot of intellectual activity going on. We might be thinking about things, we might be making plans, we might be having dreams, but we're not actually implementing those things into our life. We're not actually executing on them. They're just a thought form. They're a starting point, but alone they're not enough. Contrary to this is action, the actual execution, the actual doing of the things of life. And this is where we grow. This is where we actually gain experiences and where we can become more of who we are. In this way, failure is a good thing because it means that we took action. Even if we didn't succeed, we're taking action and we're gaining lived experience. And that lived experience is incredibly valuable, especially if we have a growth mindset. If we're placing as a very high priority in our life that we want to grow, that we want to evolve. And in so doing, we are including ourselves in the evolutionary principle of life, of consciousness. Now, there is kind of this inherent desire of the universe, of consciousness, to evolve, to change. And when we resist that, when we really just want to stay the same, there's a pain, there's a suffering that goes along with that stagnation, because we're not including ourselves in the flow of life, which is constantly changing, which is constantly unfolding and becoming something new. And if we allow ourselves to be a part of that, it can be very satisfying. We may want to avoid suffering. This is a natural thing that people are inclined towards. We want to, this is kind of what addiction is at its core. It's either recreating pleasure or avoiding pain. But if our mindset is to grow, if that is a priority in our life, then it's worth recognizing that suffering or failure is actually an incredible catalyst for growth. Ram Dass said something to the extent of, when you figure out that suffering is more useful toward your spiritual evolution than happiness, then you begin to feel like you're cheating at life. Because, end quote, you're then able to recognize that there's something really special in the suffering, that there's a learning opportunity, that there's a growth catalyst there. And so you don't have to be so resistant to it. It's actually a good thing in many ways. And in the same way, failure is a good thing. Failure is the building block for success. As we fail, we fail forward. So I encourage you to fail and fail spectacularly. Fail successfully. And do it now, because it is good for you. Thank you for listening. What do you think about all this? Let me know in the comments below. Let's get the discussion rolling. I would love to hear from you. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do that too, because there's a new video coming every week on topics that are worth thinking and talking about. See you next time.